as we get ready for 5 lights here for the Australian feature race. As we go racing here in Melbourne, VF2R Tim with a very good start there. He cleared away from Joel very quickly as there's a kerfuffle 3 abreast towards the back as Harry trying to fight it as there's been a bit of a collision. Dylan getting involved in a collision there. Harry free making some positions. There's a lot of chaos going at the back. I can see Jack and Charlie both making it towards the back. Not the start that ART will have wanted, but VF2R Tim's got the ultimate best start as drivers wheel to wheel as Rapid having a bit of a collision there as Worth and Emone sticks it to 6th. Rapid alongside Lettuce, he does manage to keep 7th place there. A lot of pressure on Tim at the moment as we just watch on for the race lead. JoelGP trying to dive it down the inside, and he is going to go for it down into turn 11. Oh, and there's been a slight collision. VF2R Tim though does keep the race lead. Awakens watching on with intent behind as his MP teammate as well. Harry free looking fancying a bit of a podium position here, but really interesting start there. But it is VF2R Tim who just hangs on. He had a really comfortable start, but JoelGP is attacking him very quickly already as we move on to the second lap.
As we return to our battle for the lead, and again I can only apologise for the quality of the stream. The game just deciding not to run particularly well today. It's VF2R Tim still in the lead. Yellow all the way around though. We have a safety car as we've lost the two. We've lost both ART cars. They both seem to have hit the wall at separate points in the lap.
Dylan James GP though in 5th place after a lap 1 collision. I'm just watching his front wing. Has he got damage? No, he seems to not have damage this time, which is good. As speaking of Dylan James GP, dives into the pits, so reacting. Yeah, reacting to Tim clearly. What will JoelGP and Awakens do in response to that? They're going to be looking on with intent, thinking, what's he plotting here as we just watch the pit stop.
When then does the Campos car go? Of course, the Ralph Boschon car that won in Bahrain, and now through the final corner, gets the foot down. Some movement in the back, Worth and Emone and Harry battling for the final spot on the podium, but it's a good getaway from JoelGP ahead of Awakens in 2nd place. They make it through turn 1 all in one piece, at least in the front half of the field they do. We'll look in the back later to see if they can make it through as well. But Little Fusion dropping down to the rear of the field. He's coming to the pits as we have a bit of a dive there from Harry, and he's on the threat from an Emo once again, who had a look around the outside, couldn't quite make that pull off, and he's now got pressure behind him from the second Van Amersfoort car of Rapid there in the back. But JoelGP, perfect getaway from him. He now leads on lap 5 of 17 as we head on to lap 6.
Absolutely fine, yeah. I'm just looking at everyone's front wings. Lettuce doesn't actually look like he's got damage there. Could be wrong, as he is trying to shape up a move on Rapid squeezing him there, going into turn 3. Is he going to try and go for the switchback? No, it's not going to work out for him.
Wasn't already obvious. I think we may well be sat in a bit of a decent lobby at the moment.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you there. JoelGP has crashed just on the exit there at turn 10. Sorry to cut you off there, Will.
That's all right.
Just spotted that on my camera as, yeah, he's struggling for tyre temperatures. That's absolutely infuriating for him there. I can just feel his frustration for that. His front wing still looks okay, but he did take a nasty hit to the wall there, so perhaps the game's glitching in that sense. Worth and Emone as well, sneaking up into 3rd. We often see a habit of Worth not really getting much attention, merely being a dark horse. As could he be shaping up a move here on Harry free? No. He's going to wait and he's going to be patient.
I have a feeling they probably are allowed, but we still have this movement going on in the battle for 2nd place. Awakens, can we also just say, polarizingly different race to what we saw in the sprint. It's down the inside, goes a Nemo, but a contact there, I think, and they're lucky to get away with it. And,
Worth having a spin, and he has got wing damage. The front right end plate there. Oh, just as it was going so well for Worth. I think we may have had a commentary curse there.
Yeah, I can't say
the first one of the race.
I mentioned the word desync, and the cars up in the barriers. Rapid and Mika now in the pit lane as well.
All going swimmingly for them at the moment, as we see Harry free finally coming to the pits. He did speed in the pit lane. That's a 5-second penalty coming his way. As the time reacts to this, coming into the pits, much more cautious on the speed limit. King and Awakens still yet to pit. It's Dylan James GP in third, and currently with the net lead.
And it's another safety car.
And that's caused the safety car. He didn't retire in time. He retired just as he exited.
Oh,
and that has triggered a safety car.
He's come across the track. He's come across the track, I think. Yeah, JoelGP's car. I'm not quite sure how that's happened, but yeah, he is facing into the wall.
As we just wait for racing to go ahead again. Dylan James GP keeping the pack backed up. Soul Lodge getting really racy there, as you can tell, into turn 13, I believe. As we're just waiting to go racing, and we do. We're back racing again for the Australian feature race. Dylan James GP with an excellent start there. He's got a nice gap on Soul Lodge already, as Harry free behind there, going for the inside move, and he has made it. MP back on the podium again, as VF2R Tim, meanwhile, getting a pass on Bino Bentel. It's been a great restart for MP, as Awakens really trying again to go for the move. King there, jumping in as well into fourth.
He was
Out of absolutely nowhere. Yeah, never take your eyes off of this man. King has been legendary when it comes to making the best of bad situations for other drivers, really capitalising on other drivers' mistakes. He looks in the fight for a podium here, with Harry having that 5-second time penalty. And for Dams to get a podium today, that would just be brilliant to watch, wouldn't it?
Let's just remind you again, King ending up in the gravel on the exit of turn 1 on the lap 1 of the feature race. Now in the battle for a podium. Just shows you should never really give up in Formula 2 or in F2RS. And now, as you say, yeah, King looking for the podium. I think, given that tyre advantage, he could very well look for the lead of the race. You just King still in 4th position. As I say that, it's just suddenly got a hell of a lot better. So we'll take it. We're back to what looks like proper racing. And here comes King down the inside of Harry. And maybe Soul Lodge going to get 2 cars in 1 corner. I think he may
and there's been a big crash there.
Oh, yeah, there has, yeah.
A bit of a collision between King and Awakens, but King still made the position stick. He has lost out to Harry there, Soul Lodge. Oh, really frustrating for him there. As a VF2R Tim looking to go down the inside into turn 7. You never see moves there, and he has made it. What a move from VF2R Tim. That was fantastic. As take a look at Bino. He's going to go for a move again. Into turn 9 we go. What a move. That is fantastic from Bino.
Wow.
Wow. Up into P6. That is just extraordinary. You don't see that happen often. He's made it twice in this weekend. He's loving Australia at the moment, isn't he?
King, meanwhile, as the MP of Harry going a bit wide, might set up the Nisani car for a move, maybe into turn 1 here. It was a really good exit out of the final corner. And DRS back enabled again, and he will love that. He goes to the outside as we gear up for a battle into the first turn. Holds the outside line. Can he hold second place, though? Dylan James GP will want these guys to fight, but King now up into second place. There's a bit of contact there between himself and Harry, as the MP not yet done, and somehow gets that car back ahead.
King's not giving up yet, though. And he's looking at that MP car and thinking, I fancy P2 here. And potentially the lead, if he can catch up to Dylan James GP, who currently has a 4-second gap. And we're going to see another move. Oh. Cursed it there again. As he's going to get DRS advantage. Patience looks to be paying off for him.
Further back, there's been a bit of a crash in the back, I think.
As King making the move into turn 11. They're still side by side. As going into turn 12, King and Harry still holding on. Look at Awakens there coming out of nowhere. He doesn't manage to get any moves done. The pack's piling up quite a lot. Rapid and Bino having a look as well.
Into third place as well.
Oh, I didn't even see Tim then.
Yeah, Tim's come through and got both of them. And now looking for second place on King. I told you to keep an eye out for these two, but VF2R Tim, who has probably the more pace over the two, and down the inside he goes and into second place. But it's the final lap now as Solos has been disqualified for failing to use the required tyre compound.
But we watch on for Dylan James GP, nearly 5 seconds. We've seen him dominate in the feature race once before, think back 7 days ago. And he's going to do it all again. History repeats itself for the king himself. Dylan James GP wins the feature race in Australia. And that's the perfect start to the season for Dylan. What a race for him. Wing damage in the sprint race. He does take the win today. King getting second there. VF2R Tim will have to settle for third after starting on pole position. But King getting a podium there for Dams, their first of the season.